Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from 10th group. They are Bernika Salsabila, Siti Nuraini, and Rahmantika Zahra. We will going to discussing about reported speech. What is reported speech? Reported speech is used to report or relay back the words that have been submitted by others. There are two ways to report that someone said. First, direct speech, and second, indirect speech or reported speech. Direct speech is repeat the speaker word. Di dalam direct speech terdapat kalimat utama, yaitu main close. Main close diikuti oleh tanda koma dan tanda kutip. Tanda kutip ini menandakan kalimat direct. Di tanda kutip itu terdapat subclause. Kita lihat contohnya. He said, I have lost my key. He said, I have lost my key. In this sentence, the tense doesn't change. Next, indirect speech. Indirect speech is a way of expressing what other people or speaker have said directly. Indirect speech adalah bentuk pengucapan kalimat ulang yang sudah diucapkan oleh orang lain secara langsung. Kita lihat contohnya. Direct speech-nya yaitu he said she had lost her key. Contoh indirect speech-nya, she told me that she had lost her key. Nah, indirect speech itu tidak ada tanda kutip, tapi ada kata conjunction. Namun, indirect speech tensesnya akan berubah dari direct speech. Kita lihat conjunctionnya yaitu that. Maka kalimatnya she told me that she had lost her key. In this sentence, the tense change that occur are present perfect tense becomes past perfect tense.
Okay, for the next material is backshifting. What is backshifting? Backshift is the change of the tense when you transfer direct speech to indirect speech. Backshift adalah perubahan tenses ketika kita merubah kalimat langsung kepada kalimat tidak langsung atau reported speech. Backshift itu lebih mengacu kepada perubahan yang kita buat pada kata kerja asli dalam kalimat tidak langsung tersebut. Karena pada saat orang tersebut berbicara, itu berbeda dengan saat kita melaporkan pernyataan tersebut. But we don't need change the tense in indirect speech if what a person said is still true or relevant or has not happened. Terkadang kita tidak perlu menggunakan backshift pada indirect speech ketika apa yang seseorang katakan itu merupakan suatu kebenaran atau satu hal yang berkaitan atau juga suatu hal yang belum terjadi. Langsung aja kita lihat ke contohnya. Di sini ada direct speech dan juga ada indirect speech or report speech. I said I'm not very happy at work. Indirect speech-nya, I told her I was not very happy at work. Next, they said we're going home. They told us they were going home. He said Jen will be late. He said that Jen would be late. What happened to make him so angry? She said. She asked what had happened to make her so angry. In these examples, the present am has become the past was. The future will has become the future in the past would, and the past happened has become the past perfect had happened. Jadi dari contoh-contoh di atas, ketika kalimat direct speech-nya itu present, yaitu am, dia akan berubah ketika dia menjadi report speech, yaitu the past was. The future will akan berubah atau akan menjadi past future, yaitu would. And the past happen akan menjadi past perfect, yaitu had happened. We no need to change the tense in indirect speech or report speech if what a person said is still true or relevant or has not happened yet. Kita tidak perlu merubah tenses pada report speech jika apa yang seseorang katakan itu merupakan suatu kebenaran atau suatu hal yang masih berkaitan atau juga hal yang belum terjadi. Contoh dari speech-nya, he said my brother works for an Italian company. He told her brother works for an Italian company. She said she's getting married next year. She told he's getting married next year. Nah, dari contoh yang kedua ini, pada kalimat langsungnya dia mengatakan bahwa dia akan menikah tahun depan. Nah, indirect speech-nya tensisnya masih sama karena di sini ada kalimat next year. Artinya, kalimat next year ini masih merupakan hal yang akan terjadi gitu loh. The future. Hal akan terjadi di masa depan. Okay, for the next is the kind of reporting speech. Yang pertama yaitu reporting statement. Nah, pada reporting statement ini biasanya conjunction yang digunakan yaitu that. Kita langsung ke contoh. Dari speech-nya, they said we love our teacher. Nah, ketika diubah menjadi indirect speech-nya, they told that they love their teacher. Terkadang that itu bisa dihilangkan, khususnya pada informal situation. Dan selanjutnya yaitu reporting yes no question dan reporting WH question. Nah, reporting yes no question dan juga WH question ini merupakan indirect question. Apa sih indirect question itu? Indirect question adalah bentuk pernyataan yang mengungkapkan pertanyaan orang lain yang telah dikatakan secara langsung. Karena merupakan report speech, indirect question tidak menggunakan question mark di akhir kalimat. Yang pertama yaitu reporting yes no question. Yes no question ini adalah suatu bentuk pertanyaan yang memerlukan jawaban iya atau tidak. Nah, conjunction yang digunakan pada bentuk indirect speech dari yes no question ini merupakan if or whether. If dan whether itu sama saja, namun if itu lebih sering digunakan atau lebih umum daripada whether. Ini mohon maaf ada sedikit kesalahan di PPT-nya. Jadi sebenarnya itu if ya yang lebih common, bukan whether. Langsung saja ke contoh. She asked, are you Scottish? Nah, jika dirubah kepada indirect speech-nya, she asked me if I was Scottish. Tentunya dari bentuk pertanyaan atau dari bentuk direct speech dan dirubah kepada indirect speech itu peranannya berubah. Dan yang selanjutnya yaitu reporting WH question. Nah, kalau misalkan tadi yang yes no question itu conjunctionnya menggunakan if or whether, maka WH question ini menggunakan dari WH word tersebut gitu. Contohnya, she asked, what are you doing? Nah, jika kita rubah kepada indirect speech-nya, akan menjadi she asked me what I was doing.
Do you know what's reporting commands? Report command is statement made when you want someone to do something. It is used when you ask someone to do what you want. For example, like open the door, open the window, and etc. It's divided by two. First affirmative and then second is negative. Affirmative. It gives a positive statement or command, like you ask someone for a positive thing. For example, like in direct speech, he said, "Come with me," and then in indirect speech, he told me to go with him. And then in negative, in direct speech, he said, "Don't lie to me," and in indirect speech, he told me not to lie to him. And then present simple reporting verb. We can use the reporting verb in the present simple in indirect speech if the original words are still true or relevant at the time of reporting, or if the report is of something someone often says or repeats. Yep, for your information, not all simple present that doesn't use passive or change tenses, but there is an exception. Non-need passive thing when a person said is still true or relevant or has not happened yet. However, present simple used for something someone does every time or it's repeated. In direct speech, you can add s at the end of verb if it's singular or one person. There is no passive in indirect speech. It also often uses in important things such as newspaper headlines to make the reported speech kinda dramatic. For example, like in direct speech, he said, "I'm thinking of us getting married next year," and then in indirect speech, he says or tells me he's thinking of us getting married next year. And then C, past continuous reporting verb. In indirect speech, we can use the past continuous form of the reporting verb. This happens mostly in conversation when the speaker wants to focus on the content of the report, usually because it's interesting news or important information, or because it's a new topic in the conversation. In direct speech, you can use was or were plus verb ing, and then in indirect speech, you can use had been plus verb ing. You can see, right, if a passive is needed here. It proves when the tenses change from past continuous in direct speech to past perfect continuous in indirect speech. For example, like in direct speech, she said, "I was living in Paris," and then in indirect speech, she told me she had been living in Paris.
Okay, next is changes to pronouns. Changes to personal pronouns in indirect reports depend on whether the person is reporting the speech and the person who said the original words are the same or different. For example, direct speech, Tom said, "I don't want to shock people." In indirect speech, Tom told me he didn't want to shock people. The sentence is different speaker, and then the pronoun I changes to he. I said I look after Toby. In indirect speech, I said I would look after Toby. In this sentence is Sam speaker, so the pronoun no change. Next, direct speech, George told Beatrice, "You need to be here at 9 o'clock. In indirect speech, George told Beatrice she needed to be there at 9 o'clock. And the sentence is different speaker, so the pronoun you changes to she. Next, changes to adverb and demonstratives. We often change demonstrative and adverb of time and place because indirect speech happens at a later time than the original speech and perhaps in a different place. Okay? Typical change to demonstrative, adverb, and adverbial expression. You can see the table, direct speech and indirect speech. For the example, direct speech, I said, "I'll meet you here tomorrow." Indirect speech is, I told her I'd meet her there the next or following day. So, in the first sentence or indirect sentence, tomorrow becomes follow the next or following day. Next, typical errors. The word order in indirect reports of WH question is the same as statement word order, yaitu subject plus verb, not question word order. For the example, she always asks me where I am going. Dan kalimat yang salah yaitu she always asks me where am I going. Next, we don't use a question mark when reporting WH question. Jadi kita nggak boleh ngegunain tanda tanya ketika mengucapkan kalimat WH question. Contohnya, I asked him what he was doing. Ini benar. I asked him what he was doing. I asked him what he was doing. Ini salah. Jadi yang kedua itu salah karena kalimat ini menggunakan question mark, tanda tanya. Oke, thank you, maybe enough. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.